Stepping into my new classroom felt like entering a different world. Everyone seemed to know each other, sharing inside jokes and warm greetings.
I found my assigned seat and just tried to blend into the background, feeling like an outsider looking in. The first day passed in a blur of new names and new lessons.
But one thing caught my eye on empty desk, right in the middle of the room.
It was tidy, with a book and a pen neatly placed, as if waiting for someone who was just a little late. The next day, it was the same. And the day after that,
The empty seat became a quiet mystery in my mind.
No one ever sat there, and it wasn't used for extra books or bags.
it just sat there, a silent presence in our bustling classroom.
I noticed that sometimes other students would glance at it, a brief, soft smile touching their lips before they turned back to their work. My curiosity grew with each passing day.
Who was this seat for? Finally, during a break, I gathered my courage and asked the boy sitting next to me, "Hey, who sits there?"
I whispered, pointing to the empty desk. 𝐬𝐞 𝐏𝐞𝐬𝐞, his expression turning thoughtful.
That's Imran's seat. A side simp.
The name didn't mean anything to me.
Seeing my confusion, who's the date, you should ask the teacher.
So I did. After class, I approached my teacher, a kind woman with gentle eyes.
"Excuse me," I started. "I was just wondering about that empty desk." She smiled, a knowing, warm smile.
Ah,
You're asking about Imran's seat? She beckoned me closer.
Imran was a student here. Who's like you?
A wonderful boy, full of life and laughter. His family had to move to another country a few months ago for his father's work. We all miss him dearly.
She paused, her gaze drifting towards the empty desk. I remember one day, he brought a tiny, scared kitten he found on the street.
He hid it in his backpack all morning, trying to keep it quiet. At lunchtime, the kitten finally let out a loud meow. We all discovered his secret. Imran was so worried he'd be in trouble, but his only concern was for the little animal.
That's the kind of heart he has. As the teacher finished, a girl from the front row chimed in. I remember when I forgot my lunch money. Imran split his sandwich with me without even being asked. Another boy laughed softly.
And he used to draw the funniest cartoons of all the teachers. He was so good at it. A wave of shared memories washed over the classroom. It was like Imran was still there, his presence woven into the stories and smiles of his friends. It wasn't just an empty seat. It was a space filled with love. Listening to their stories, I felt a pang in my chest. Not of loneliness anymore, but of understanding. I had been so focused on feeling like an outsider that I had even seen the beautiful bond this class shared. It wasn't a closed circle. It was a community held together by memory and affection. This wasn't just about a boy who moved away. It was about a friendship the distance couldn't break. The next morning, just before our first lesson began,
The teacher said,
all right, everyone. Time for our dua for Imran.
The entire class raised their hands in prayer, their voices a soft murmur, wishing their friend well.
asking for his happiness and success in his new home. This time, I didn't feel like an observer. I raised my hands to my quiet prayer for a boy I'd never met joining the chorus.
Later that day, during the break, I walked over to Imran's desk.
I took a small, colorful bead from a bracelet I had in my pocket and placed it carefully next to his pen. It was my own small token, a silent promise to remember the boy who had taught me what true friendship looked like.
That empty seat was more than just a piece of furniture. It was a symbol, a testament to the idea that true friendships don't fade with distance. They are kept alive through memories, through shared stories, and most importantly, through prayer. And now I was a part of that beautiful tradition. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.